in this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. And I'm going to start this video by some odd reason. See, I don't know how this video is showing up on your end, but the light is kind of gets over here. And even when I sit over here, there's like some good sunshine coming through today. You know, no rain, no snow. And I put my sunglasses on. Even when I'm back here, there's kind of a little bit going right there where it's distracting me. So there we go. So my sunglasses on. So, yeah, here's where I do videos to, one of my videos that I've been doing lately, I'm finally getting around to doing, you know, where I talk about different YouTubers, which a lot of them talk about why I share them out of spite, why I recommend my followers should share them out of spite. And, making sure, yep, that's recording. Alright, so anyway, this guy I'm going to feature today is, after the cars quit making noise and distracting me, but anyway, talk about this guy, Modern Renaissance Man. Yeah, I like it. He has this Uncle Tom cup going on right there, and I don't want to go into his latest video and get off the subject, even though I'm tempted to, but what I'm going to say first and always too, along with my tendency to my beliefs in too, say on YouTube or out in the world, anybody tries to say, oh, do you hate black people, or are you racist, or this and that? I said, no, it's more fun to share YouTubers and to share black YouTubers that you don't like. And that's more fun than being Aryan Nations racist or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? So live your life so you can't be accused, and that's how I roll. And anyway, I found this guy. Oh yeah, and I also the hypocrisy too. Right off the bat, wow, it's on my mind, and this is very important that I believe in too. Yeah, the people who tell you how not to be racist also have a fine print and a clause that they say, okay, don't be racist, and this is how to not be racist, and also, by the way, here's a list of black YouTubers we want you to hate, that we allow you to hate and encourage you to hate, that you're not allowed to like. Yeah, just like personal claim, you know, tell you don't hate Jews, but you're allowed to hate Ben Shapiro because we don't like him. He's a Jew that we don't like. Don't hate Jews, but you know how that goes. But I'm not going to go on and on about that. I'll share certain YouTubers out of spite. You know, I have a lot of good reasons to do it. You know, like the bullshit that happened in 2020. But I'm not going to go on that. But
along with my attitude about certain YouTubers, this guy wasn't really one of the ones on the list until I found him through other means. I didn't find him this way. To be a part of the list of the YouTubers, the black YouTubers that I'll share all this fight. No. He got on the list later, but what I found him is, how I found him is because I look at other YouTubers too that are both black and white that react to music, and react to movie clips, and react to documentaries. There's a whole list of those, which I'm going to do videos on them too. So he was originally one of the ones that react to music, and music and race is the same. Music and race in a subject is like a good thing too, because one of my favorite things that I heard from a Henry Rollins clip about the real R&B, the real soul, and the real blues, and the real soul, and the real R&B, and less of the dairy freeze. Here's your CD. Here's your CD. Well, he said that about modern rave music, but he believed in, the real blues, the real soul, the real R&B, and less of the other crap music that's out there that both black and white people playing. I think I saw him. He did some little charity things in videos too, and participated. And I do charity. I've been putting certain music out there that when it's not Christmas yet, and people weren't ready to listen to Christmas music yet, and we were out there in November. This is relevant, even though I'm rambling. That I actually put certain music out there intentionally that was, because I was sick of the bullshit in 2020, the people throwing the word racism around. And I think working for charities last couple of years, I was putting music in there. You know how it's not Christmas yet, and you're out there and you don't want to play Christmas music yet. You don't want to go ring no bell. And I'm a person that'll do something totally for free, don't take no pay, out of spite for my haters and people. Both, and I want to do for the poor, both black and white. And I want to do that through music, right? And figure instead of like Charlie doing, you know how you got the Charlie Brown thing, you know what I mean? I wanted to find something else that's equivalent that maybe Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and a crew would be playing. So I found some pretty good R&B and funky stuff going on. I played things like, which by the way, to talk about music and not politics first, this is what I'm getting at. For fans of this channel, I would like to see him, I didn't see all his videos, maybe he did, rate people, groups like the JBs, which giving up food for funk and things like that. I was playing out there, and some other instrumentals. I talked to a few black gentlemen in conversation. They come up to me and says, "Oh yeah, what is that?" And then I went on Amazon showing you where they could buy the disc, so it showed them the album cover. I played something that, yeah, maybe he wants to feature. It's all black guitar player. It's like some, I don't know, you want to call it some pretty high level jazz going on there. Grant Green, a musician called Grant Green, the album called Ain't It Funky Now. I was playing that because I didn't want to play music. I didn't want to play Christmas music too soon. And I play music and don't ring the bell, and I have some other kind of things I do it too. Yeah, a little, even though I swear, just like I swear once in a while in videos and out there in the world, just like I had black friends in the other community I was in, where I also work charity. Just like them, we do little things like good things that we have conversations with, outside of there, you know what I mean? I'm not shy about, putting something like a little band out there for the kids, little stuffed animals or dolls like toys playing guitars. I did that. But anyway, one black gentleman that gave me a conversation. He says, "What is that?" He said, "Pretty good." Yeah, Grant Green, Ain't It Funky Now? So I was putting music like that, and like the JBs, giving up food for funk and all that. That's where you want peace and harmony among races. Start a conversation like that. So anyway, I'd be jumping back and forth if you want to just do a whole video on the JBs or on Grant Green. But what I say about the CD by Grant Green, that drummer is fantastic. I drew people over there So I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go too much into politics, but um, before I ran into this guy while I was looking for other people. Like there's others out there too, like black gentleman named Matthew Spam. You know that he rates science videos, a lot of videos. I'll do a video on him later. And there was like a whole bunch of people. So and so reacts, that kind of thing. And I found modern Renaissance. I found Modern Renaissance Man channel while looking in that, and then I'm like, oh, he became a list, part of a list that I want to check out. Maybe some videos I'll share out of spite or whatever too, and then I was just not wasting this video on too much political stuff, but I have a statement too about these people. If they want to identify some other genders, fine, go do it. My only obligation is that I don't do anything like that's against the law, like other people do, whether it's threatening people online because of who they are, or actually committing aggravated assault. I'm obligated to not do that. I'm not obligated to take any of my personal life to coddle anybody's damn ass. That's it. You know what I mean? I think that's fair enough as far as tolerance. You know what I mean? But and where a thing like a transgender swimmer, for example, I think when that controversy first came out, some of these female swimmers, the actual female swimmers, sort of got their boyfriends, and the boyfriends should have said, "Oh, two can play that game. Hey, we'll identify as a woman temporarily, and we'll challenge them to a swim." And that fake ass bullshit that they were doing, making that person a top female swimmer, a person that was a damn among other male swimmers was a loser. You're going to be a loser, right? And you think that you're going to make yourself a winner by beating women out? I'm surprised that there wasn't any other actual women that beat him or whatever too. There might have been swim teams out there that they might have beat him right off the bat. Why didn't these damn people get their boyfriends, okay? And they could have ended that shit right then and there. I'm just going to tell you that. Yeah, that's like more bullshit I don't want to go into. But then you got a lot of interesting and entertaining videos too. But as far as a political thing, my favorite saying is I put an intro of some of my videos. My favorite intro that I put in my videos that I talk about certain people's topics, just like I said about anybody's celebrity victim, whether it's about, and this applies when I do videos about the celebrity victim theater or anything else. And anyway, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass. It's like, the rat isn't mine to give, it isn't yours to give, it isn't yours to give, it isn't mine to give, it isn't anybody's to give. It the ass of the rodent belongs to the rodent. The ass of the rat belongs to the rat. Let the rat keep his ass. And when I say that, that means, live and let live. And it's not yours to give. And that applies to the so-called victims too. And what it is, and how can you give a rat's ass? Yeah, to actually give a rat's ass, you actually have to first offer it up, and it's up to the. And you have to pick up an actual rat if you want to literally do it and offer it ass first. You can't give the rat unless the person was already planning to take it. You're basically offering it up. So I'm like the kind of person that is a smart ass to a point where I can tell you sit on ice cream, tell you what flavor it is, tell you the expiration date, and tell you the paper company the box came from. That's the kind of smart ass that I am. So that's my clause saying about giving a rat's ass. Trying to tell people that I'm not obligated to give a rat's ass. I could try to offer it up, you know what I mean? But give the ass of a rat. Give an ass that doesn't belong to me, that belongs to the creature of the rat. You know what I mean? I think that's one of my favorite sayings that I created in a universe that somebody wants to steal from me. I don't want to get too caught up in it and obsessed with it. Obsessively talk about it too much, but that saying kind of gratifies me. But my point is that attitude about giving a rat's ass prompts me to share certain other YouTubers or whatever too. But then going back to music, what this guy did in the first place, some of his YouTube videos, and I'll say once again, Henry Rollins talked about the real R&B, real blues, and real soul, less of the dairy freeze. Here's your CD. Here's your CD. And in that, I'll tell you a small story. I promise I won't ramble too much. This was a couple years ago on somebody's blog that I was friends with on a fitness channel, believe it or not. And they got political and they got woke. This was like friggin' 5 years ago, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. They called themselves something like the Fit Soprano, and I don't think any woke person or anybody cares about their music either. They went and said everything's the fault of, she's white and she sings opera music, and everything's the fault of white people. White people do all the shootings. Look at Sandy Hook. And then, what about different kind of people in different neighborhoods that shoot each other? Hey, a neighborhood that I just moved out of, that I had friends, a couple shootings over there, and they were black on black. I pointed that out, and I said the best way to get along. Well, she said a lot of other things that she thinks she knows it all, and just because she has a lot of fans. And I said, what? And she was telling people like she knows it all on her blogs, like, she was into music and exercise, certain kinds, and well, there was a little music I crossed over, and that's why I was friends with her. But then, to make a long story short, when she blocked and unfriended me or whatever because she was mad, when I made a statement after politely challenging her statement, and I'm not going to tell a big story about her warped views of how her solutions about peace among races. I said, all I told her was, it's my opinion, it's about music, like the Henry Rollins attitude, real R&B, real soul, the music when black people originally played instruments, and you talk about music, that's the way to do it. I didn't say anything wrong. All I did was, it was what I said about, through music, black and white people get along and have peace, not all hot crazy bullshit that if I told you. Not the crazy bullshit that she was saying, which if I told you all the bullshit she was saying, it would take a whole video, and this would be a long-ass video. But anyway, I said that about music being the thing, and the old music where black people first got on the scene, And to not make it a long-ass video, bring up the history, the Dick Clark, the Alan Freed story. How the term rock and roll came into being. That's what I'm telling her. Oh, right away, blocked me. She blocked me. That's like, and really, some of the other music that she sung, I crossed over and listened to some of them because I had some other musical tastes for a variety of other reasons that I explored, and for a lot of other reasons too, artsy reasons or other reasons I'm not going to go into. And some of it was, to be silly or whatever too. But yeah, they had an exercise channel, and I was into that. But you tell them something like that, and they block you. And anyway, some of the music she sings, like any of those other people she was trying to press, you think they gave a damn about any of the music she sung? But she got mad and blocked me. But what I'm getting at too is, during 2020, there were people that I knew that it was some fitness stuff. Some of them were women, a few of them were dancers and different things like that. And there were dudes too that anything from fitness or whatever too. They all of a sudden got radicalized. Oh, they're trying to say only the far right is radicalized. I'm not sticking up for the people that are way too far right for me. But then the far left, you don't join the far left? You must be. I ain't gonna go into that, but anyway, just because of shit that happened in 2020, all of a sudden these people went far left, far woke, and then all of a sudden, what they did, if you got this far, what I'm trying to tell you is abandoning their hobbies and their passions, whether it's for music or for exercise. That's when, I criticized the ridiculously radicalized woke, but then there's a few people that went real far right that did the same shit too. That the ones that didn't block me, I tried to say things politely. Did I kind of politely, just, and said like that, because the thing I cannot stand, and the reason why I share certain people's channels out of spite of these people too. If you're somebody that's like gonna abandon all the stuff that you're into, like say if your channel was about a particular thing so you can get radicalized, and then you start going on your social media saying you're oh yeah, if you want to stop racism, subscribe to my channel, my social media, and give me money and GoFundMe. That's when you're radicalized. I try to tell you something politely. I'm just going to quietly, and then I try to tell something polite or nicely. You know what I mean? So, a lot of his videos deals with shit that I particularly resent. You know what I mean? Too. The people that jump on the gender, that think they're championing persecuted races and persecuted gender identities, and they're not only are they being radicalized and kissing ass, oh, they're abandoning all their actually hobbies and passions doing it, and then turning their channels into GoFundMes. So like, and you're like, oh, you're championing this now, and now me and other people are supposed to give you money now. You just abandoned all your shit. Shit, I'm a variety channel too, like him. No, not hard. I got views and I got followers and a decent amount of them. Not like these other people. I don't make no money out of what I do. I just do. But I am a subscriber of anti-bullshit channels. You know what I mean too. Put it that way. That I subscribe to out of spite. Put it that way too. Because they resonate with people I worked next to that were of other colors. That, for example, in anything I do, that nobody cares about my other stuff I put on YouTube, but the backdrops a lot of them were at was that I did, instead of going out and sneaking and smoking a joint or a cigarette out where everybody else is sneaking to smoke their weed or having a cigarette during break, I used to do, as far as fitness things, and can prepare you for something or other, or whatever the hell too. So, and I'll combine that into, reading music or whatever the hell. But, and something else that I had on the back of my mind before I end this video that I forgot. But anyway, I did a little bit of that, and alright, what I was getting at on the subject that relates while you're still here, which I was getting at, I combined, workplaces where I worked with people of other colors and all that, and it dovetails into what I do on YouTube, whether anybody cares about the other shit I do in YouTube or not. The settings being some of the things were industrial places and other backdrops. In these workplaces, you have, for example, maybe a few black gentlemen that, because you're there and you make their job easier, whether they're black or white, you gain respect for somebody that's people that happen to be black because you make their job easier, right? And I said this entire videos too. You get those people, maybe they happen to be black, they got respect for you, you make their job easier, you make their job harder, they don't want you around, or you're going to get cursed at or whatever, or they want you the hell out. You know what I mean? They want you to get the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So then keep that scenario in the back of your head, and then you got this other asshole. Maybe he happens to be black and he's white too, sucking up, maybe woke sucking up to person because they're black. He just gets into this workplace and he thinks that he's gonna downgrade you by patronizing like that. But yet, you got the person that's also black or white, want to be black woke or whatever. That's the shit starter. You know what I mean? People don't want to hear that about the race baiting side. Don't want to hear that side of it. I actually did a whole video like one time to be a smart ass. I says, hey, as far as I am at race, you can get people of other color to have respect for you, say in a workplace, and then hey, you get this other one that happens to be black that tries to cause trouble among those black people that you got respect for, right? Thinking that because of who they are, they're supposed to go along with downgrading you. But the shit starter, the hater's gonna hate. The shit starter is gonna shit start. Haters are gonna hate. Shit starters are gonna shit start, no matter if they're the same color as you or the other color as you. And your best bet is to you win the respect in a workplace. Oh, I said that in a video, emphasizing on that scenario in a workplace, right? You get some trolls saying, "Oh, a troll in my video is a while back, years ago, saying, oh, that's what drugs do. That's what drugs do to you." That's what the troll comment was, and I come back at him and say, "Oh, that's what drugs do to you. I didn't know I needed drugs to have a free-thinking mind on racial topics in workplaces." Explain that to me, and of course they don't. They were a coward. They ignored me. Just like shills with YouTube channels and nothing in their channel are. Shills, like a shill or a troll or a shill with, or sock puppet account, if you will, with a YouTube channel and no comment, but with stupid avatar. Trolls are gonna troll, shills are gonna shill, haters are gonna hate, shit starters are gonna shit start. So to counter the shit starter, you share videos and topics of people of other races who they don't like. You know what I mean? That is what you do. And you have a way about you do in the world too about caring about the poor or of other races. Do volunteer work outside of there and outside of your YouTube or outside of your other life. And in that, get respect for people, and that's how you make liars out of your haters. You know what I mean? But anyway, anybody who subscribes to certain people that I talk about should have that attitude. That's what that's what all my rambling has to do with. That's what I want to communicate to fans of this guy's channel. You know what I'm saying? If you got this far,